Alright, so I guess this is attempt 3? And in this attempt 3, I am once again going to state my goal of 70,875 points, which would also take me to level 7. I just want to state that in every attempt, so that in the attempt where I actually do make it, I will, you know, have it there, like, for information. It's like anyone watching the attempt will be like, oh yes, there is the goal, and therefore if I... No, Billy... stupid Billy. Why can't Billy just not get murdered? See, that is the thing. That is the thing that I do. That is a problem. I see him and I turn around, and that time it was fine because he's slower, but on the on the higher levels. That's not what I wanted. There we go. On the higher levels, he... Once again, I cannot stop. I do not know why I cannot remember that I cannot stop. Yeah, when he's faster, like, turning around, like, that second of, like, turning around loses me, like, that little bit of distance that I get away from him. What side are you gonna be on? You're gonna be on that side? Yay, I saved Billy by despawning. Hope I saved Billy. I did. Nope. Billy, why do you have to stay on that side of the screen? Come to this side of the screen. There's candy over here. Got him. Oh wait, I actually want to go back this way. Alright. Stupid Billy. He's gonna be back up there, isn't he? No, good. Alright. This is... Well, obviously this is where I'm getting killed, is when I try and avoid him. Because I need to make sure that I start moving up. That was way too early. I need to make sure, like, basically I'm hitting the apex there. Like, right as I pass him. Oh man, that would have been easy to get through. Alright, here we go. See, that was also a little slow. If this was a higher level, he would have gotten me. Because if I do it when I'm too close, I run right into him. Yeah, if I do it when I'm too close, I run right into him, and if I do it when I'm too far away, he runs right into me, basically. So, like, if anything, that is what I need to work on. I didn't want to do that. I mean, I'll take it, but it's not what I wanted to do. Alright, Billy, let's go. Haha, he came in from that side. Oh. Did I get him? Nope. Got him. Alright, we'll just go in this door. Yeah, make sure he's on the screen before you go in any doors. Because he will spawn in the door and kill you. He loves spawning in the door and killing people. Huh. I feel like I just had a really bad idea for a horror film. Base it on like video game concepts, but you know, not like Stay Alive, which is, you know, based on people playing a video game, but doesn't really. It's more into like the actual mythology involved, or I think one of the Hellraisers. But, you know, like, actually have a horror movie where, like, the villain adheres to, like, video game logic and mechanics. Like, you stab him, and he falls down, and then he just disappears, and it's like, oh no, he respawned. Where did he respawn? And, like, you know, stuff like that. Could be interesting, or it could be horrible. Unfortunately, I'm not a screenwriter. I'm like a writer. I'm a comics writer. I'm a prose writer, but not a screenplay writer. Also, I can't do horror. It's really weird. Like, as much as I like horror, it's just like a genre that I cannot write. Whereas I can write fantasy very well. Well, like a certain kind of fantasy, kind of like a dungeon punk type, you know, fantasy. Not like super high Lord of the Rings, you know, fancy fantasy, but like, you know, a more of like a pulpy type fantasy story, like, and science fiction. You know, I'm more of a Clifford D. Simak than I am a J.R.R. Tolkien. Whose name I only remember Clifford D. Simak's name. Like, I remember it really well because I enjoy listening to the radio program X-1. I'm sorry, X-1, which is a radio show that has stories adapted from the pages of Galaxy science fiction. And Clifford Simak did a lot of stories for Galaxy science fiction. So, like, he shows up a lot in that show. It's a really good show. If you like radio shows, it's definitely a good... If you like science fiction radio shows, it's a good one. If you like horror radio shows... God, I'm a nerd. If you like horror radio shows, I'd recommend Lights Out and Dark Fantasy. Those are both really good. And I don't remember if it was actually one of those two, but I think it's called Murder in the Script Room. Is a really, really good horror radio play. It kind of speaks to my personal interests because I have this weird thing, perhaps because at one time I was a film major, before kind of having this issue where it occurred to me that there's a serious flaw with filmmaking, which is you have to rely on a lot of other people. Like, you have to just constantly rely on people, and they are not reliable people. You know what? This is actually probably going to be faster. Yeah, you have to constantly rely on unreliable people. So, I have this thing where I have a particular, like, fondness for the horror film about people making a horror film. Like Scream 3 doesn't really count because, you know, it's not really about that. But, you know, like Dead Hate the Living is one of them. I can't think of any more, but I've seen lots of them. Because, you know, it's one of those things. I think filmmakers just like making films about filmmakers, much like how authors really like writing stories about authors. So yeah, I like that. I like, for some reason, I just really like horror films about people making horror films. To the point where I think the most completed, like, horror screenplay I ever wrote was one about people making a horror film about people making a horror film. Like, it wasn't a movie about... It wasn't just like a movie about people making a horror film about making a horror film. It was literally a horror film about people making a horror film about people making a horror film. And it was meant to be, like, incredibly absurd and have these constant, like, misdirections of... Are you watching the film within a film, or the film within a film within a film? And, yeah... Maybe a little too meta. Alright. I'm still not liking how that felt. That does not feel good. Oh, I totally forgot why I was even saying this. Alright, that one felt good. That one felt really good. Murder in the Script Room is a radio show. It's a radio, like, horror broadcast. The plot of which is actually... two women in the... steno? I forget what you call it. Like, the thing that you would, like, type and it would make a master to print copies off of. I forget what that thing is called. Is it a stenograph? Yes, I am stopping my stream to look up what a particular type of typewriter is called. Okay, no, stenograph is the thing that they use in courts, which is a shorthand keyboard. Alright. Well, I don't remember what the things are called. But it is a thing, and you type into it, and it makes a, like, master to print copies off of. So, Murder in the Script Room. Yeah, it's about two women who are working in the script room for a horror, radio show. And, like, spooky things start happening. It's got really great atmosphere and, obviously, great sound effects. Yeah, you want some great sound effects. Listen to you some radio shows. Since, they had to do everything with sound effects. Ah, there we go. Do. Oh. I should really look into more, like, fiction podcasts. Because I like radio shows. And I listen to these old ones from the, as early as we have recordings of them, until, like, the 50s. But I never, like, listened, aside from Welcome to Night Vale, I don't really listen to any, like, quote-unquote, like, modern, like, fiction podcasts. And Welcome to Night Vale is a very special beast, in my opinion. Like, I think the way that the show is presented is what makes it so good. Because it retains the feeling of, like, an old-timey radio show by, being formatted as a radio show. I should get some friends together, and we should do audio dramas. Yeah, actually, maybe I should. I literally know, like, an entire group of writers. Not all writers. Writers and artists. I am loosely associated with a group of comic creators. Because I am a cartoonist. You may have noticed that from the fact that I am a cartoonist. So, yeah. Sorry if my talking is really annoying, but here's the thing. It actually relaxes me to just ramble on like I do. So I do way better when I'm doing this. It's actually why I never... That's why all my high score runs, like, seem like unusually casual relative to other people's, is... That actually does help me. Ah, Billy? Billy? There we go. Ah, nuts. stupid lock-on mechanic. Alright, see, I think the fact that it went whoop whoop leads me to believe that it's actually... That means it's on the next level. How many points am I at? 37, 125. 37, 125. Okay, yes, I'm on level 5 right now. Because I'm doing a pacifist run, I can actually calculate what level I'm on based on my score. So, if I'm on level 5, that means I only have to get, like, 10 more billies, and I will have reached my goal of 70,875. Ah, no. Sorry, Billy. Alright, let's... Whoop. Okay, that was a little too close. The problem is that it's like, just because, you know, like, there's no indicators of any kind, it's just a straight floor. I have to, like, eyeball the distance every single time I do it. I can't be like, alright, when he's... I start my ascent when he's, like, 1 tile away. I mean, I can... That's basically what I'm doing, is estimating based on, like, my assumption of, like, an 8x8 square, but still... It's a little difficult to eyeball how far away he is. And I'm absolutely not going to try it in this room. Thank you. I feel like that is a bit of a problem with this game, is that, like, a lot of it is patience. Like, it's not just about being able to avoid him, especially at level 6 and onward, where you literally cannot avoid him. It becomes about how many times are you willing to enter and exit a room just to, you know, have him not be there. Or rather, to be there on the other side. See, whenever I'm talking about how he constantly enters from the side I don't want him to, and it seems like more often than not he appears from the side I'm going towards, he pops out of the convenient side, like, just like that, to make me look like an idiot. Whoa! Alright, here we go. That one was a little far, I think. The thing is, even if I did have, like, the exact idea of how far away I had to be when I start moving up, he gets faster at every level, so I have to adjust it. Until we get to level 6. At level 6, I cannot do that anymore. Yes, Billy, come this way. Ah, there we go. Alright, we got lucky. Alright, I think we're just a couple billies away. A couple billies away from me making that mistake. I realized that I still had this up. Alright, I'm 2 billies away from my old score. Which means I am 6 billies away from my goal. Oh, look how fast he is. Okay. That's the thing, is like, I need to get fur enough in that he, like, I can still get away if he comes from behind. Level 6 is very hard. no way to... Yeah, I don't think there's any way to, like, game him to come from the different side. I have tried various things, and none of them have worked. Specifically, it's like, oh, maybe if he's closer to this side when he despawns, he'll spawn from that side when he spawns again. But no. Yeah, and this is when the game just comes, like, entirely about patience. I just have to go back and forth until I can pass this room. Okay, fine. I'll go on the top. Is that what you want? Is that what you want, Michael Myers? I mean, I'm gonna eventually have to go up there. Okay. I did not like that. Ah! Ah. Okay. Ha! You weren't expecting me to use the door, were you? Okay. And that is very difficult. Because the flashes are random, I think. Or, you know, as random as anything can be in a computer. Oh, come on. I have to go back up there. Oh, I don't want to go back up there. Alright, I got a Billy. Alright. Got my old score with 3 lives left. Yeah, this is not an ideal way to grab Billy, but it is a way to grab Billy. Oh, he gets so close. Alright, I've officially beat my high score. How come whenever I beat my high score, it's the one where I go on a random ramble about something? And show off that I didn't know the name of the thing I was talking about. Mistakenly thinking it was a stenograph before looking up that a stenograph is a different thing. Nope. Oh, Michael Myers. I gotta say, my favorite thing, maybe one of my favorite things about Michael Myers and Jason Voorhees is they're completely normal names. I guess Freddy Krueger is, like, it does sound a little cooler. It's like Krueger. Like a cougar with an R. And he's Freddy. He's not Jason or Michael. Jason and Michael sound like perfectly nice fellows. But Freddy, that sounds like a bad egg. Like, he must come from the other side sometimes, right? Because if he doesn't, like, that would make the bottom floor impossible. Why would they do that? Unless it's intentional. No, they would never intentionally do that. I don't think they could intentionally do that. It seems awfully a lot like something they would not do. They would not take the effort to do that. To, like, change it so that he always spawns from, you know, the far side of the rooms here, so that you can never actually get in them. Alright, fine, I'll go back upstairs. Aha! Look how close he is to me. Oh, is he just slightly slower? No. Okay. Fuck. Oh. I almost did it again. Okay, There's a Billy here. Excellent. Nope. No more Billy. Oh, there's a Billy. Not an ideal situation. There we go. I keep saying it's not an ideal situation, because if I hold down the button, it'll just pick up and release him repeatedly, and, like, that'll definitely lock on him. But it also doesn't, like, 100% bring him across the threshold. Okay. See, because now he's always keeps coming from the right side down here. Is he, like, more likely to come from the right side on the bottom and the left side on the top or something? Oh! 70,875. That was our goal. And we have reached it. And, you know what? I want to stay on the bottom floor. Because that means we are up to the next level. And if he gets faster at every level, then he should hypothetically be faster than me right now. Which he doesn't seem to be. And he does seem to be spawning exclusively on the right side. Why would he spawn so much on the right side? Okay. Haha! I actually wanted to go this way. Oh, he's so fast. He is pretty fast. Like, you know, relative to, like, Jason Voorhees. Michael Myers is kind of fast. Like, all except for the remake Jason Voorhees, because remake Jason Voorhees was kind of fast. I didn't like the remake Jason Voorhees. I went at length on this topic during my last stream. I just realized that I don't have my chat window up, so sorry if anyone's chatting and I'm not responding. Oh, I could have made it that time. See, the problem is, it's risky going under the door before he appears. But if he does appear from the door, that means I can get out that way. And if he doesn't, I can't. Yeah, I'm trying things like making like an immediate hard turn back in to see if that will like affect which side he comes from, but it doesn't seem to. Oh, remember when I was complaining about him coming from the other side? Yeah, see, there's no way I can get across it before he spawns at all. Ah, I want to go past the door. Like, I feel like that's my best bet, is to move past the door. And in the door, if he... does something like that. Oh. Aha! Okay, yeah. He's the exact same speed as I am, still. So he hasn't gotten any faster. Aha! Yeah, if he got faster, that would have been death. Alright. So, let's see if this confirms my thing. Alright. So, he doesn't seem to be getting faster, but I am still having my score go up. My score modifier. Because I do have a score modifier in this game. So, that means... It means my pacifist run isn't really that big of a deal. If I can get good at avoiding him at this level, then I can get to this level faster, because the score modifier the score modifier modifies your score. I know, that's amazing. Whatever level you're on, your score is multiplied by that. So, like, at the first level, I got 675, I want to say, points per child. And then on the higher levels, you get, obviously, whatever it is times that. Come on, Billy. Yay, Billy made it. Excellent. Yeah, that makes that, like, actual, like, that high score of 4 million seem, like, not like, unimpressive. Like, that's still a very impressive score. But, like, it doesn't seem as unobtainable as it does before you take into consideration that your points are multiplied by whatever level you're on, so... Like, right now, I believe I'm on level 7. So all my, like, child savings are worth 7 times what they were on level 1. I'd really like to get to 100,000, but I don't have high hopes of that. A quick turnaround is something I'm having to learn to do very well. What side? Oh, thank you. Thank you. Okay. Oh, not this time, though. Alright. So I'm wondering is... Oh! Oh. Ah! Once again, I almost did that exact same thing again. Do. So far, this is a good run. I mean, I beat my previous score by several children. I beat my goal that I set. So, you know, that is something. Because that's really what it's about. Also, how ridiculously high, like, official high scores can be makes me, like, I don't really care. I'm not trying, like, I'm not gonna get 4 million points in this game, so the only person I'm competing against is me. And I guess technically whoever coded the game. That would be easy to find out, but I'm not going to. Alright. I'm gonna do this 5 more times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like, we can confidently say at this point that that is not random. Like, there is no way that is random. That is random, the flashing is random, and that is why it's a problem. Because sometimes you get those really long ones. And then you get lucky. Oh, Billy, no! No! Oh, there's a Billy. I just wanted to get the Billy out of the flashy room. Oh yeah, I'm not gonna be able to... It occurs to me that this is Escort Mission, the game. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. It can't be random. Like, the game has to be intentionally blocking me off at this point. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe, like, when you get to level 6, it doesn't make him... 6 or 7? I think it was level 7. Maybe when you get to level 7, it doesn't make him any faster, but it just increases the likeliness that he's going to be in your way. Okay, fine. We'll go this way. Ha! You weren't expecting me to go through there, were ya? Aha, excellent. Of course, you know, this isn't excellent. Okay, that actually was excellent. I am starting to wonder if I was correct with my previous assumption. It does like increase his likeliness of appearing from one side, but not like specifically the side away from you. I think it might just be he's more likely to appear on the right side in the lower level and the left side in the top level. We'll find out. Because it does seem like he's definitely doing more following on the bottom level. Ah, not always though. Alright, let's try it. Alright, we stabbed Michael Myers. This is no longer a pacifist run. And I believe I checked, and he won't come back now. As long as I stay in this room, he won't come back. Alright. Billy, why are you up there? Alright, I think that's what I'm gonna have to do. Like, I'm gonna have to start making it a circuit. I also might start ignoring Billy's in the flashing room. It's really inconvenient how I have to stop in the flashy room. Oh. Well, there's another Billy here. There's plenty of Billies. Billies for all. Excellent. Ha! I wanted him to chase me that way. I didn't want him to chase me this way. I want to get past the door. Alright. Flashy room. Ah. That flashy room is going to be the death of me. Like, literally. I'm going to die in one of these flashy rooms. Because, like, you know, the longer flash will just, like, not have shown up in time. Inopportune flashes. There's like a definite point where I either have to be like running towards him or running away from him. Like, I have to run towards the center of the room, but like I often don't know if I'm running towards or away from Michael Myers. I mean, sorry, the killer. Alright, 90. 1, 3, 5, 0. So, pretty good. Not feeling good about my wanting to hit it 100,000. But set a goal and beat it, so, you know, that's good. The doorways. He always gets me in the doorways. Alright, 91,350 points. Pretty good increase. Let us check my... Oh, it's... I broke my pacifist run, so I can't tell you exactly what level I'm on with that. But, 91,000... I believe that puts me... Oh! I was 1 away from getting to level 8, I think. And I think I rescued 34 children.